I'm not supposed to be here tonight. Not supposed to be here. Yeah. There was blood pouring everywhere, and yet, in a certain way, I felt very safe because I had God on my side. I felt that. I ask that we observe a moment of silence in honor of our friend Corey. The discord and division in our society must be healed. We must heal it quickly. As Americans, we are bound together by a single fate and a shared destiny. We rise together or we fall apart. I am running to be president for all of America, not half of America, because there is no victory in winning for half of America. So tonight, with faith and devotion, I proudly accept your nomination for President of the United States. Thank you. To all of the forgotten men and women who have been neglected, abandoned, and left behind, you will be forgotten no longer. We will press forward, and together we will win, win, win. Win, 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 win. Nothing will sway us, nothing will slow us, and no one will ever stop us.
All right, folks, we are back here on WLTH 1370 AM. Straight out of the cannon with me, Scott Cannon, here on your Friday night. I'm so happy you guys chose to spend your Friday nights with me. You guys could be going out and dancing and drinking and gambling and carrying on and cavorting around, but you choose to spend your Friday night with me, and I am grateful for that. It is 7:44 in the p.m. So, as I said, much of this week was about Donald Trump. This whole week seemed to be about Donald Trump. It wasn't just the RNC. It wasn't just him getting shot and surviving an assassination attempt. He also had one of his biggest victories yet when a judge tossed his classified documents indictment out. Okay? By the ruling that Special Counsel Jack Smith was unlawfully appointed U.S. District Judge Aileen Cannon, no relation, I don't think she's my cousin or anything, her decision set aside Trump's 40 criminal charges that accuse him of mishandling classified documents and obstructing the government's efforts to retrieve them from Mar-a-Lago. So this was the first time a judge has dismissed one of Trump's many, I think it's like 90-something, criminal indictments in its entirety. Previously, he had only been able to fend off 3 of his charges from Georgia, where he is accused of entering a months-long criminal conspiracy to overturn President Biden's 2020 victory in the state. We have the phone calls. He did try to do that. He did do it. I mean, yeah, there is a political element to them going after Trump, sure, but he's also guilty as hell. I hope we don't lose sight of that. He's guilty, right? We have the phone calls. Grand juries have indicted Trump on 91 criminal charges in total. Since then, Trump has staved off 43 of them, been found guilty of 34, and has 14 others pending. Like I said, this is not real life. Like I said at the top of the show, this seems like a simulation that we're living in, where we could have a former president who has been found guilty of 34 charges, has staved off 43 other charges, and has 14 other charges pending. Wow. Wow. That's all I'm saying. Reacting to the ruling on Truth Social, Donald Trump called for it to be followed quickly by the dismissal of all the witch hunts, listing out his 3 other criminal cases and 2 recent civil trials that led to hundreds of millions of damages. Now, many observers, legal observers, had viewed Donald Trump's argument that Attorney General Merrick Garland did not hire Smith in accordance with the Constitution's appointment clause a long shot, but Judge Cannon had indicated that she was going to take this defense seriously, including by holding a hearing on the issue and inviting outside parties to argue it before her. But the defense gained steam when the Supreme Court ruled earlier this month that it essentially carved out criminal immunity for former presidents. I think you guys should remember that if you were paying any attention. A lot of people were saying, well, why doesn't Joe Biden just have Donald Trump killed? Yikes. I mean, it's yeah, that's probably not a good place to start now. But so yeah, we saw that Clarence Thomas, because it's Clarence Thomas, also penned a separate solo opinion expressing sympathy with Trump's defense, and Aileen Cannon, Judge Aileen Cannon, cited it 3 times. Thomas wrote, I am not sure that any office for the special counsel has been established by law, as the Constitution requires, calling on lower courts to examine this issue. The argument had also been long advanced by 2 law professors with leadership roles in the Conservative Federalist Society, who similarly took issue with special counsel Robert Mueller's appointment, probing Trump and Russia's interference in the 2016 election. Now, this isn't it, because Jack Smith, who was the special counsel, said that he plans to appeal the decision. He said that the dismissal of the case deviates from the uniform conclusion of all previous courts to have considered the issue that the Attorney General is statutorily authorized to appoint a special counsel. That's what his office said. The Justice Department has authorized the special counsel to appeal the court's order. So the appeal would be the first to head to the 3-judge panel on the 11th U.S. Circuit Courts of Appeal, though it could ultimately reach the Supreme Court. In theory, Donald Trump could be recharged by another authorized prosecutor. Congress could pass legislation providing clear authority for future special counsels, or the Department of Justice could bring a case through a standard U.S. attorney. So, look, all I'm going to say is I don't know Aileen Cannon. Don't blame this on me and my family. Let me see where she's from. Let me see. Oh, she's Colombian. Okay, wait, this Cannon's in Colombia? This must be her married name. No, it says she was born Aileen Mercedes Cannon in Cali, Colombia. So I'm trying to figure out, I'm looking at her Wikipedia page. Colombian, Cali, Colombia. Her mother's Cuban. And her father's from Indiana. What? What? Wait a minute now. Wait a minute. Okay, let me read this again. Her mother fled Cuba after the Cuban Revolution of the 1950s, and her father's from Indiana. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. This can't be. This can't be, y'all. This cannot be. Okay? Her father is from Indiana, and her name is Cannon. So I'm having a hard time digesting this, you guys. Really, I'm having a hard time digesting this. She went to Duke University with the Bachelor of Arts. She used to write for a Spanish language. So where's her father at? I need to know who her father is exactly. Is his name Earl? That's all I want to know. Is her father's name Earl? Okay. So she is a registered Republican. I'm not seeing who her father is, but let me just say this. Even if there is some bizarre meta way in which Aileen Cannon is a cousin of mine, my family does not claim Aileen Cannon, okay? We do not claim. We believe Donald Trump is a criminal in my family, okay? The family that I claim. I believe he's a scam artist, okay? And I do not support my cousin Eileen's decision to let Donald Trump off of these charges because, you know, we know that he is known for skirting the law. So that's all I will say about that. I want to say thank you guys for listening. I want to thank everybody for listening. I know this has been an exhausting week. It certainly has been for me. If you follow the news at all, I know it's been exhausting. The people I envy the most are the people who always say, I'm not a political person. Like, I'm always so jealous of those people because they must live peaceful and happy lives. You know, they must be at peace with their lives if they just don't care about politics at all. This week ran me through the ringer. So much information, so much news came out this week. It was just so exhausting to deal with, but I enjoyed doing it. I enjoyed doing it, and I am grateful that WLTH gives me this platform to tell you guys stuff that you're not going to hear from the corporate mainstream media. You're not going to hear this from Fox News. You're not going to get it from CNN. You're not going to get it from MSDNC, because it's basically the liberal network. You're not going to get it from Newsmax, which is just, Trump people on steroids and crack, apparently. You probably won't get this on Telemundo either. I'm learning Spanish, so I can figure out what they be saying on there too. But I seriously don't think they give you this type of substantial coverage of these issues and tell you the story behind the story like I do. That's for certain.